just finished this book on gender in forests, and we're quite excited. It just came out in April. And the purpose of the book was basically to provide some information to people who didn't have access to such information. In the developing countries particularly, we thought people did not have such access. It emerged in the course of our study that it's also true in the developed world, that there's not much information out there. But the second reason was we thought by doing this we could stimulate others to do similar sorts of studies, because we could demonstrate the relevance of gender in forests, which many people don't realize. They don't think about anything about women and forests. So what would you study about that, you know? So we wanted to make that clear. A lot of people don't really realize what the relevance is of gender to forests. They think what's the point? But there are a number of ways in which women are involved in forests. One of them has to do with their knowledge. They know about the forest in very different ways from the ways that men know about the forest. They also are involved in collecting non-timber forest products. They're involved in a whole value chain, often at the point of processing and trade, as well as collecting. It varies by topic, of course. I think making the shift from theory to practice when it comes to gender is going to be a little bit difficult, because I think it really will require people who are working in the forest, professionals who are working in the forest, to interact much more intimately with women than they have in the past. It's already been a little bit difficult to get the forestry world to think about people in the forest. They're so focused on trees. But even when they think about people, they tend to think about the headman. And to get the views of women who are somewhat marginalized and don't have much of a voice, it's really going to require a lot of interaction and time spent with them to understand the context, to get them to feel comfortable to speak to them, to the professionals. So I think it's going to be difficult, but I think it's very much doable. And there's been a lot of interest lately in gender in forests, so I'm hopeful that we can manage it somehow.